Hi there. I've been thinking. Prior to 2020, I scarcely knew who Taylor Swift was. I'd hardly heard of her. I remember having seen her once briefly playing a guest role in the sitcom The New Girl. I remember the song Look What You Made Me Do. That was the first song that I actually associated with the name Taylor Swift, and the only one for a long time. And I didn't think very much of it. I remember seeing her in the movie Cats. Yes, I saw the movie Cats. I was on a date. Okay. Sorry about that. But then in 2020, during the lockdown and the whole COVID thing, she brought out two albums, Folklore and Evermore. And they were absolutely brilliant, both of them. Absolutely jam packed with great songs, great melodies, beautifully constructed, telling wonderful stories. As a result of that, I went back and listened to her entire catalogue, back to 2006 with her first album, just called Taylor Swift. Now, I don't like every style that she uses to present her material. I'm not a great fan of country music and some of the synth pop stuff. I'm not really a big fan of. But what I could see through all of that was the consistency and greatness of her songwriting, and particularly her storytelling, her use of imagery and metaphor. I don't think there's anyone quite like her. If you haven't heard the 10-minute version of her song All Too Well, then I recommend that you do, that you listen to it, and that you watch the movie that she made to go with it, that she directed. It's about 15 minutes long. I'll put a link to that in the comments below. Folklore and Evermore stand out for me because of the stripped back production and the largely acoustic sound of those albums. They allow Taylor Swift's voice to come much more to the fore. It's not drowned out in a lot of glitz and overproduction. They allow her to use more subtle tones in her voice, and they allow the stories that she tells to stand out, to stand at the fore of those songs. And I really encourage you to listen to them. Taylor Swift's popularity and success at the moment is absolutely unprecedented. And not surprisingly, there are those who would like to bring her down a notch or two. I'm sure she's fully aware that this kind of success and popularity cannot continue indefinitely. At some point, the bubble will burst. And one wonders what she will do next. I'm sure she's thinking about that and, in fact, already planning ahead for that. I have heard that she's already made an agreement with Searchlight Pictures to direct her first feature film, which she has written. And if you look at the movie of her song All Too Well and some of the film clips for her songs that she's made and directed previously, she clearly has some ability in that area too. I don't know how long it will be before we see the first Taylor feature directed movie. I don't know how good it will be, how good she will be in that role. But she clearly is not content to sit still and just enjoy the popularity. She's always on to the next project. And I think she's realistic enough to know that she has to do something next. If you're not familiar at all with Taylor Swift's work, then I really encourage you to go and listen at least to Folklore and Evermore. And All Too Well has to be one of the best songs ever written. Even if she'd only done those things, Folklore and Evermore and All Too Well, she would still stand as one of the best songwriters of this century, if not more. So all I'm asking you, at least, is to think about it.